Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. Today we're diving into the world of prison TV shows and counting down the top 10 must-watch series that will keep you on the edge of your seat. From intense drama to thrilling action, these shows have it all. So grab some popcorn and get ready to binge watch these gripping prison dramas. Starting off our list at number 10 is Bad Girls. Bad Girls revolves around the inmates and staff of the fictional Larkhall Women's Prison in South London. In order to coexist peacefully, both groups are forced to make unholy alliances regularly, though such deals always result in a few people getting hurt. The plot concentrates on the G-Wing rather than the entire prison, though the D-Wing is occasionally mentioned. Fans of Oz will find this show to be very similar, given its approach to violence and relationship arcs. Everything is done with extreme intensity, so there are brutal deaths and shocking choices in each episode. There are no pushovers here. After all, this brand of inmates includes a mob wife who is doing time for her husband and a serial killer who views herself as the Vincent van Gogh of torture.
What have I done? Is there something that you're not telling us? She's my bleeding mother!
Coming in at number 9 is The Night Of. A criminal defense lawyer's biggest nightmare is a client who talks to the police without their presence. No comment is music to their ears, a concept that Nez Khan, played by Riz Ahmed, can't seem to grasp. Jack Stone, played by John Turturro, is Naz's impatient defense attorney who begs Naz to stop spilling details to the cops, regardless of whether he's innocent or guilty. However, his anxious blabbermouth quickly lands him in Rikers Island and awaiting prosecution. The Night Of is a taut, polished, and insightful HBO miniseries, loosely based on the original British program Criminal Justice, 2008 to 2009. The Night Of won numerous accolades, particularly for its cinematography and clean direction and nail-biting drama.
Is our time up?
No, I just wanted to make sure you were okay in here.
Thank you for letting us see him. May I please give him this?
Me.
Next up at number 8 is For Life, a legal drama based on the real-life story of Isaac Wright Jr., the man who was wrongfully sentenced to life in prison before orchestrating his own legal challenge and subsequently becoming an attorney. For Life is one of the best prison-based shows of the last few years. Although it wasn't renewed for a third season, the two that exist do a great job of showing a man on the wrong side of a broken legal system. Also exploring Wallace's relationships with the other inmates as well as some of his lowest moments, such as his repeated stints in solitary confinement. For Life manages to cover a lot in its 23 episodes. Though low viewership may have contributed to its cancellation, a lot of those who stayed with it became loyal fans of the show.
Everything I do, everything I've done is about getting my freedom, getting back to my family. So you want another lawyer, have at it.
At number 7, we have Escape at Dannemora. Some of you may be familiar with Dannemora, the name of the city in New York referenced in the show's title, Escape at Dannemora. Well, that's because the Showtime limited series is based on the real-life Clinton Correctional Facility escape that happened in Dannemora in 2015. Through the 7 episodes, viewers see how inmates and convicted murderers Richard Matt and David Sweat managed to escape with the help of Joyce Mitchell, a married prison worker with whom both men had been intimately involved. The series also covers the investigation into their escape and the massive manhunt that came with it. Ben Stiller directs this historical drama at a slow and steady pace that demands patient engagement for its rewarding payoff.
Okay, what's up?
What's up with me? What's up with you? Hating my dogs?
Taking the number 6 spot is Prisoner, Cell Block H. Known simply as Prisoner in Australia where the show originates, Prisoner, Cell Block H proved all the way back in the late 1970s that the life of women in prison could make for some engrossing drama, long before the likes of Orange is the New Black and the show's 21st century reimagining Wentworth. Without Prisoner, there would be no Wentworth or most of the characters that are used in Wentworth, for that matter. The show immediately gained a cult following and earned unprecedented success when it aired in the U.S., focusing on the lives of the prisoners in a women's detention center rather than the staff. The show went on to last some 690 episodes. Because of this, the show has a ton of rewatchability that has allowed it to keep a fan base long after it originally ran. While it doesn't maintain the strictest of continuity, it features believable characters and extreme storylines, which is what made it last for so long. Halfway through our list at number 5 is Porridge. Most shows dealing with prison life are serious and chock full of violence and nasty characters. Porridge is the total opposite. This classic British comedy will have you in stitches. The series is centered around career criminal Norman Fletcher, Ronnie Barker, back in jail for his latest crime, and the young Lenny Godbeer, Richard Beckinsale, a naive lad serving his first prison sentence. Fletcher takes Godbeer under his wing and shows him the tricks to survive prison. There are plenty of laughs throughout the 3 seasons, as well as a number of serious moments that also make you realize prison is no laughing matter. As well as being a big hit with those on the outside, prisoners also love Porridge and its portrayal of life behind bars. Although a comedy, many of the situations Fletcher and Godbeer get themselves into are relatable for long-serving inmates.
The lad suffers from claustrophobia, and look at the shape of me, a ferret I ain't.
Oh, it's nothing physical. I just want you to join the choir.
Oh!
Coming in at number 4 is Wentworth. Wentworth follows B. Smith as she learns to survive in prison while awaiting the outcome of her criminal case. She has been accused of murdering her husband, and being behind bars means she can no longer be the loving mother she intends to be. At first, life is incredibly difficult for her, but she learns to adapt, and within no time, she finds herself at the top of the prison hierarchy. The critically acclaimed series impresses audiences because it never gets too complicated. It's simply an endless battle for the position of top dog. As is the case with the Mafia, that position isn't gotten easily, and sometimes, murder is what it takes for one to ascend to the throne. Except, the killing has to be creative here. A pin in the neck or something close, rather than a public Castellano-style whacking.
Protect me. No. Everyone I care about ends up dead. What did you say?
Breaking into the top 3 is Orange is the New Black. This Netflix exclusive ran for 7 seasons and highlights life at minimum security women's prison. 10 years after a criminal incident she thought she had left behind comes back to bite her. 30-something Piper Chapman, Taylor Schilling, finds herself in jail and confronted with her past in the form of Alex Voss, Laura Prepon, her former girlfriend, who is the reason she is in jail. The show examines their relationship as Chapman has to navigate prison and all the obstacles it entails. The show uses flashbacks to tell the stories of the inmates and guards to give some background on how they came to be where they are. Orange is the New Black has been critically acclaimed and won numerous awards, including 4 Emmy wins. It is regarded as one of the best prison TV shows of modern times, with a top-notch cast and incredible writing.
Or you prefer pipe, as your name suggests? I'm feeling some sapphic vibes coming off you.
Oh, leave her alone.
Come on, sister. You know you would have gone my way if you hadn't married Jesus.
At number 2, we have Prison Break. Unlike most of the shows on this list, Prison Break is a wild ride that is all about escaping prison. When Lincoln Burrows, Dominic Purcell, is sentenced to death for a crime he didn't commit, his brother Michael Schofield, Wentworth Miller, gets intentionally locked. You see, Schofield has a plan. He designed the prison and has tattooed the entire layout of the building on his body. He is going to use this knowledge to break out with his brother. What follows is an intense and action-filled season, as Schofield must recruit other inmates to help him free his brother and escape. The success of Prison Break resulted in a further 4 seasons being commissioned. The second finds the ragtag group of prisoners on the run. The third finds the survivors back behind bars, but this time in a prison in Panama. The fourth finds the brothers working for a government agency trying to track down some tech before everything is wrapped up in the underwhelming 5th season, where characters come back from the dead, and the show really goes off the rails.
Michael. Why?
And finally, taking the number 1 spot on our list is Ozzy. Oz is, sadly and unjustly, forgotten by TV history. The HBO prison drama lasted for 6 seasons, and pretty much laid foundations for shows that would come after it, not just for HBO, but all prison shows. In juxtaposition to the children's fantasy world referenced by its title, Oz is far from a yellow brick road at the end of a rainbow. Oz is the nickname for Oswald State Correctional Facility, a most violent hell. The Emerald City Wing is a heavily controlled experimental unit for rehabilitation, one that doesn't always succeed. Age technology aside, Oz was so far ahead of its time that it would comfortably fit into our current second golden age of television. Despite its witty one-liners, Oz was pretty gruesome and disturbing at times. Viewer discretion is advised.
What we were don't matter. What we are don't matter. What we become don't matter.
So there you have it, folks. Our top 10 prison TV shows that are guaranteed to keep you glued to your screen. Let us know in the comments which of these shows is your favorite. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more content. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.